Hey everybody, welcome back to an update. So I want to thank the now 292 subscribers. So we're 8 away from 300. Hopefully we reach 300 here in the next month or so. Sorry, my hair is a little bit matted. I was taking a nap earlier with my dogs. Um, just want to let everybody know that at the end of the month I'll be launching that Fig Fed News thing. Which, if you tune into that and you go through the whole thing, you might see some people who I've created but I haven't talked about yet. Um, Obviously with title belts and whatnot. Potentially, I do put photos of people who've won the belts. Again, randomly drawn and whatnot. So, but I figured I'd give you a little heads up. As you know, we're still going strong with the count up to 500. Good news is I've done the tally marks and we're actually above 500 ultimates now. So we will continue it to 600 because we're going to probably reach 600 before. I'll personally reach 600 figures before we even get to probably 300 advertised, if not even that, because we were just flying through them. The goal is just to get through them as quick as I can, and then ease up afterwards and worry about house hunting and condo selling and all that good stuff. So, here, give you a little bit of a heads up though, a little sneak peek, not of figures. Um, Although I was going to show somebody off. Oh, yeah, I was going to show somebody off. Let me find him real quick. Where would he be? He would be in that tote right over there. So this one, obviously, I will do a retrospective on. I do apologize. I should have had him earlier, but in honor of his world title win, Ultimate Joe Hendry. So I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do a count to 500 with him in the future. So I will save that for how I used to make him, but he was made a while back. But now I figure I'll give you a list of all the people who I've got kind of putting together. So obviously I'm working with Cujo, I'm working with Tom Bedge, Mark Cochan. I'm also working with some people to possibly get some more custom heads out there built. I think we put a list together of 10. Each person did. We kind of voted on it. If you don't know, Mark's got a pledge program going on right now. And I do apologize for the list, but I got my retainer in. But I know I've already made pledges for Rodney Mack, and I think Lodi was the other one. There was like a list of 9. I haven't heard back from 3XR yet on Petey Williams or Crimson. Although Hederation did tell me, though, that Yuji Nagata and Amazing Red and a few other people I didn't recognize the names of are in the works right now as he finishes up the next batch. He's working on that one soon. Tom, of course, just dropped Riddick Moss. So if you want to get a Riddick Moss, I picked it up because his body type, I have a perfect formula for it. It's very basic. He wore biker black trunks and short boots, so gonna be a super easy one to put together. Chris Nowinski also is currently available through Mark Cochan. He actually even sent me a prototype picture of it. My Andy Douglas from the Naturals, from the TNA roster through Craniac, is done and been shipped to me. Also, an Owen Hart has been shipped to me as well from them because I wanted to try to build a Attitude Era Enough is Enough Owen Hart in the future and update my King of Hearts one, which is decent, but I feel like I could do better with decals on it. So that's happening as well as the Crusher, and I'm going to probably get the Bruiser here shortly and build that AEW staple. Guys who, though, also Brett Sawyer, because I got Buzz Sawyer, and I have 4. I had 3 originally, but I ended up getting. Well, no, I had 4. I ended up finding one at Walmart and picking up the new Soul Sokoa, which I'm sure you watch wrestling channels like My Damn Toys. I think he's done a fig review of it already, but I did snag it. I had the whole set there. I picked them up anyway, just because I didn't want to wait for mine to show up. So I've got 3 I've already planned to do stuff with. I'm looking to build Afa and Sika and Samu in Ultimate Edition using those Soul Sokoas. Yeah, you gotta remove the tattoo work or paint over it a little bit, but looking at there wasn't that much tattoo work that has to be removed, and Cujo is phenomenal at covering that up. Or I can always just use some tattoo remover. Paraguay Senior, I've got the body already built. I'm just waiting on the head to arrive, and then I'll ship him off to Cujo as well. Black Bart and Jerry Blackwell because I have a bunch of Vaders I'm not really using right now. Um, he also currently has, I haven't released who they are, but he's got two other people that wear masks. I'm also planning to build Blue Demon for my AAA shelf. And then gonna start going into like trying to get like say Crimson. Some people probably already seen or heard that I've already started building a Rob Terry. I'm gonna work on getting Hector and Chavo Guerrero Sr. That's Chavo Guerrero's father. Probably back in their old 1980s, 70s wrestling tire. No word on Lasharoo yet. Nathan Frazier is available from a custom standpoint. I'm kind of waiting to see if they just release one with Mattel and it's easier to swap that way. Same with Axiom will be the same thing. Currently, I'm negotiating. I think I can put down Carl Gotch and again Blackjack Lanza. Um, I'm also looking at like all genres, and me and Cujo were talking when he's like, you probably have like 900 by the time we're done. I'm like, I don't know. I'm running out of ideas, running out of people. I mean, obviously the new Bam Bam and the Big Boss Men are coming up, which would be nice because that frees up the Big Boss Man or the Bam Bam Bigelow I built to turn into a one man gang. PN News is another one I plan to build. Currently, already on their way there. I use some of the Dusty Rhodes bodies. You're gonna have Playboy Buddy Rose, which I actually talked to him on the phone when I tried to become a pro wrestler back when I was younger, when I was 19, way back when. Sadly, he would die while I was going through cancer, and I never got a chance to come back and get formally trained under that level. I did get to like indie backyard type stuff, but I never got that formal training. And he was really interested in, especially being 6'5" at the time and a good 260. So definitely want to build one of him. Blue Meanie, and I'm probably going to rebuilding my Steven Richards to make him look a little bit better. He looks pretty rough right now at the current parts I'm using. Riki Chosu is also already being built. So again, I've got people for days lined up. So if you're still following the channel every day, obviously I've put enough videos out till January 28th. The Fig Fed will be up next week. I was going to try to get finished up this week. I'll probably start it up next week when I'm back here at my other more relaxed job. And then we're just going to keep going strong. We're going to go through February and March. Obviously, when new figures come out, they drop new stuff. I'm excited to hopefully see some new names out there, but again, I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm hoping to continue to still help push for more custom heads being built of guys who will probably never get figures from Mattel ever. A very snowball's chance in hell of ever that happening. So hopefully Maestro, and of course I'm looking forward to when Craniac reach out to me. Craniac did reach out to me, told me that if I send him another a fee obviously to build the figure and the proper headshots. So I'm just debating on who I want to personally help get out there on the community. And I've got a list of people, but I also want to see who's already starting to do stuff and who's not, and then I can kind of go from there. Obviously, the goal is not to be selfish and keep this prototype to myself. I'm going to talk to Craniac and be like, hey, some people are interested in that one as well, and if the Chase Stevens one doesn't turn out as well, because I sent off the actual one to be resized, if that turns out to be a nightmare, maybe I can then reach out to him and have him build Chase Stevens, so that way you can get the naturals. If you want to build old school TNA guys, I just got done recently helping Cujo and myself putting together and building a formula for Frankie Kazarian. Even though you can get one with AEW, I wanted his TNA / WWE biker shorts kind of look. We went with the more generic black attire with decals. I think just because it was an easier thing to do. There will be more colorful attire people along the way. But as for right now, Chris Nowinski, of course, like I say, he's going to be, in probably his debut gear. I thought about doing the trunks and the Harvard-looking more decals and whatnot, but then I was like, I'll just keep it with the standard debut look. It'll still look good. I mean, there's still white knee pads and such. So, again, I want to thank the 292 people who have subscribed. I'm hoping that each day someone comes across it. You can always check back. The videos aren't too long. Obviously, I'm not going to make a huge compilation. I thought about maybe at the end of this somehow combining all of them, but I don't keep them stored on a hard drive, so I'd have to redo them all over again. So I'm not about to do that. So don't expect some super compilation 1 through 100 for like an hour long talk, because my voice is boring. I understand that. But I'm going to continue to do the same way I do it, where I mostly focus on showing the figure. You may have noticed in the newer videos there's no more spinning platform. I can't find the platform. I don't know where it went. And plus, it didn't really help anyway. I mean, it kept falling down. So just kind of grabbing them, turning them around, it's good enough for me. Um, but yeah, check back. Also, if you want me to start reviewing custom belts that I have acquired through Forbidden Figure or Koa belts or anywhere else, or even foreign belts from Japan or GHC or anything like that, um, make sure to just put in the comments, say, hey, let's can you talk about that belt, or where'd you get that belt, or how did you get that belt, or where can I get that belt? I have no problem sharing the secrets of how I acquired these kind of things. And you're probably wondering, it's like for a wrestling guy, you sure have a lot of non-wrestling stuff behind you. It's my gamer wall. It's going to be used for when I get a house and I put a gamer room together. They make great soundproof, because this room is very empty and echoes. So putting a lot of stuff in here really helped keep it from echoing, so I don't have to hear the clients out there stomping around all night long, echoing out in the hallway. So it has been very helpful for this kind of stuff. That's pretty much it for now. Obviously, I'm looking forward to this new year. It's a new year. We got, I think they showed a couple things off. Obviously, the NWO pack. I have no use for any of that kind of stuff because I don't collect more than one person. Although, I will put my foot in my mouth with the Fig Fed. If they release, Mattel, releases official figures, or I've already built somebody in 2 different styles, then I will use them in the Fig Fed. So you're going to see Undertaker in the Attitude brand. You're going to see Undertaker in the near the end of his time, his retirement brand. You're going to see Undertaker probably in like his late 80s, early 90s look. If they make a new Kane, you're going to see Kane. If I make a Kane, or if they make a Kane, you're going to see his bald look. Right now, he's just currently in the Attitude Era look, and I kept him only in the Attitude brand. Another example would be Kurt Hennig is in WCW Nitro, but Mr. Perfect's going to be over in the New Gen / or maybe he might be in the WWF 1980s look. And why I'm doing that, I don't know. I just was doing it. Man, I thought about doing it for Rick Rude too, because I do have a standard Rick Rude that could go in the 80s, but I also have a WCW Rick Rude that I put together to the best of my abilities. The new formula, the new torsos are still hard to understand sometimes. Sometimes they work great, sometimes they don't. It is together, but it's that the new Legends Chase figure. I decided to build an ultimate version because I didn't have his tattoo, he was missing it, so I decided to use that. And it does work, a little wobbly for my taste, but it still works as far as just posing wise. So I'm not too bothered by that. Bam Bam, I'm just gonna, he's only gonna have one look anyway. I thought about keeping the other one, maybe making that an ECW one, and making that one the early or new gen Bam Bam Bigelow, which I might do, but I think he's more based on the actual 1980s look, late 80s look, than more than the new gen look. So it just depends. Boss Man. I've got, I built myself the SWAT team looking Big Boss Man, one of my first ever Ultimates, entirely built by me. And then you got the new, Coliseum one coming, but that's clearly from the late 1980s. So, in the 90s. So I'll probably end up just keeping that one because he's partnered with Bull Buchanan anyway, so might as well. But this video's gone long enough. I want to thank people for watching these things. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for any feedback. I think somebody told me what arms I used for somebody because I couldn't figure out what it was, and so I think you're correct on that one. Good job on that. Good eye. And as always, if you have any questions, or if you have any comments, or you know something, or you know somebody who's building heads that nobody's aware of, and you think that, like I'm looking for Mustafa Saeed, I'm looking for Jun Akara, I'm looking for Atoni Inoshi? Is that his name? Anita Yoshi or something like that. Guy with blue trunks and wore a wife beater and blue trunks and says his name on the back or something like that. Always looking for more people to build. So, till next time.